I get every year, we get this new boost of energy when people get clarity around what we're doing together and why.
I think that's great. And I think the biggest thing about that is, like I said, for you as a person, as a leader, to know where you're going. You know, there's so many dentists, I tease about this when I'm speaking about, you know, you got out of dental school, you're so excited, you open a practice. Now you get up on Mondays and wish you owned a donut shop. Like, why? Yeah. Because you're just following the steps. But when you can actually stop and go, where do I want to go? What do I want to do? What do I want to be when I grow up? And then not only is it going to help you get in one-on-one with the team, because that's what I think is missing. A lot of teams have no idea what the dentist wants, where the owner wants to go, what their reason is. And the second thing is it keeps you on the right path. Because so many times you can get pulled this way and that way. Go do this training, go change this. But if you know where you're going, you can stay on that path. Your team's going to be more likely to follow you. So I think that's great.
100%. And it actually changes things on the ground where the other style, the other way really didn't. This does change behaviors, or at least it's the first step in starting to change those behaviors, which is what we're after. We're after more productivity, ultimately, and more enjoyment out of the productivity. And so to do that, we have to start with this clarity. Another great example, just real quick, I'm on the faculty of it's almost like a MBA program. And so because of that, I've seen all these people coming to that program with all these different kinds of dreams. And very often they come with one thing, but they start to learn about it and they realize as they begin to think about this vision piece, we've had several come up and say, you know, I realize now, if I never had one more minute of my hands in a mouth, I would be happy. Like, I love the game of business. So can I put together a vision where I'm not in the mouth, but I'm running this dental? And of course, the answer is yes. On the reverse, we've had people say, I realize now that what I really love is doing ortho or doing these full mouth reconstructions or doing implants. That's what I love. And yet I want to triple or quadruple my income because I have these other personal dreams of travel or college for my kids or whatever that is. So is there some way that I can grow or scale my business in such a fashion that I quadruple my income, but I'm still basically not running? Because I don't really like the whole process of business. That's not where my interests are. And so I say, absolutely. You could work 3 or 4 days a week in the mouth doing only the cases you like. That's the vision to build. And you hire a CEO, CMO, CFO, a board that begins to help you run this dental business where the dividends to the owner are huge, but your time is spent. And you hire a CEO that does love the game of business, that does love acquiring practices or whatever. So I just want to say you can have it any way you want.
So let me ask you about that. So I know you're going to give some tips, and I know if anybody's watching this and think, oh my gosh, this is what I need, we have contact information for you because that's, you're wonderful at it. Do you have like one of the things is I know as my business, what I want to do with my business 20 years from now and 10 years from now in my head, in my dreams, but I got to do tomorrow, next year, 2 years. So I get the calibration retreat, but like, should we be thinking 20 years and breaking it down, and should this be something we're doing internally or work with someone? What are your thoughts about kind of where we get started when we're thinking about this?
Okay. So I have a business coach. I can't coach myself, even though I'm a coach. So I think having a coach is super helpful in this process. I like when we coach owners, we coach them to, let's just look 3 to 5 years out. Let's look 3 to 5 years out. If somebody has if you could kind of see it 20 years out, I think it's fine to talk about that. But to the team, what we're creating is 3 to 5 years. This is kind of the target. This is the dream. And then, but I want to be clear that that's just the first piece. From there, we create a set of values because the values define what is this going to feel like on the journey. Because I not only care that I get to this end point, but I care that the journey on the way is enjoyable to me. And so I think there's 2 things that an owner needs to claim. One is where we're going and what we're building, and that's nobody else's to do. And the second piece is how we're going to behave and what matters to me in terms of values as an owner in my company. So in other words, if you come to work for my company, you need to know that these are the values that matter to me.